Natasha, one of our magical content members, and I just wanted to check in with her and get her feedback about how the membership's going. So thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me, Rebecca.
You're welcome. So let's just jump right in. How has it been? I know you're a relatively new member.
Mhm.
How's it been for you? Like, what was it like when you first got in the membership gallery?
Yeah. So when I first got in, I thought, oh, there might be a couple images that I could probably use. And so I signed up. I first, what I did is I had this other membership that I had, and I noticed I wasn't really resonating quite as much with it. And
Yeah.
so I let go of that one and then joined yours. And I found, there was like a few that images that I thought, oh yeah, I can use those right away. And then as I started to work on my programs and started to, wanting to reference photos and pictures for messages that I was putting out there on socials, I
Yeah.
found myself using your site so much.
Oh, I love that. That's the best testimonial.
I have downloaded so many images. I think they're great.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh, good. So definitely worth the money for
Yeah.
sure. And like, what's it done for for your messaging? Like as you're developing your programs,
Mhm.
um, excuse me, like you said, like how did that work hand in hand with like you were developing your programs, you knew there was art, like did the images speak to you first and then the programs or ideas came, or did the program, like how's that kind of relationship between the art and ideas for you?
Well, so far it's been, I've had a program that I have been in the process of developing.
Got it.
And so I already had like some images for that program.
Got it.
But since then, I've switched out all of those images for the ones that you have in your gallery. And I feel like it's just changed the whole vibration and the energy behind it. Um,
Wow.
and it just feels, like it just has better relations between like who I am, what my message and my program is, and the images. I just feel like it's more cohesive. And
Wow.
then on social media, a lot of the times I do like to just post like pictures of myself, but sometimes I don't have pictures of myself that really put out the energy that I want to put behind the message that I'm putting out there. So I've referred to your gallery to help me bring forward, what it is I want people to feel from my messages and my social posts.
Wow. Do you find that you're, now that you have those available, are you posting more? Like before, were you stopping because you didn't have the right picture of yourself? Like, do you find that you have more freedom in the posting?
I do. I do.
Oh,
Yeah. And I hadn't really put that together until you just said that, but I am posting a lot more frequently.
oh, that's so good. This is so good. I love
Yeah,
this kind of feedback.
yeah,
That's definitely my intention.
yeah.
Um, okay, and let's see, is there anything else? I'm curious. So you said like this art really is aligning with your message more than the other membership or other art that you found, and it's bringing forth more. Like you said, you're posting more, you're more free with your post because you have it, and it's changing the expression of your program that you're putting together. Tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about, if you don't mind, about your messaging and what is it that's so aligned. I mean, my art is very magical and mystical and spiritual, and it's also romantic and feminine, and so I'm just curious a little bit about your messaging that is really resonating with the artwork.
Well, I find myself talking a lot about the body and the emotions that we hold within the body and all of the energetics that intertwine with that.
Ah,
And so I feel like, with the images that you have, I can select, um, the type of person or thing that I want behind that. And then usually there's some sort of like an energetic a feeling or a mystical feeling that is coming from behind your images that I can relate the two.
got it.
Um, So yeah, I've used quite a bit of your images that where you can see like people's auras, that like a body and auras, or the
Yeah.
energetics within the center of the body. I've used your images that have that show like symbolism of the chakras and the energy centers, which
Got
are
it.
all things that align with my messaging and what I
Okay.
talk about.
Got it. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna
Mhm.
have to get more feedback from the members, I think, about what they're using. Like what I just heard from you, it informs the direction when I sit down to make art. So I want to include that more
Mhm.
in like a two-way dialogue. So that
Oh,
thank you for
cool.
sparking that
Yeah.
interest. I mean, it just like, oh yeah, right. I could do more of that, or I could go deeper into that. So I like doing that.
Mhm.
So that's great. I mean, this has been
Yeah.
amazing. I appreciate your feedback. Is there anything else that you'd want to share for people that are considering joining?
Yeah, I think the thing that I would like to share is I feel like you have a lot of different categories that can relate to different people and different lines of work.
Hmm.
And I think that's just really beautiful the way you've done that, because they are really very separate categories
Yeah.
and energies that are giving off in each one for the images. And I've found myself relating to like specifically around like, probably about four different categories that I'll bounce between, and
Yeah.
I can feel into what's right for my message or my program. And I
Yeah.
think it's really just nice to have a variety to turn to. And I love that you are open to our feedback
Yeah.
and creating images that resonate directly with us.
Yeah. Did you see the new business form? I sent it in your welcome email, and then it's also on the red bar at the top of the gallery. Because if you didn't see it, then I need to make it more apparent. But every new member can fill that out, and it's basically telling me about your business vibe, like
Oh,
what your business is, what I forget all the questions, but it'll help me. So then when I'm going to make artwork, when I'm sitting down for a session to make art for the membership, then I go through that, and I kind of look for common themes, or maybe themes I haven't done yet. So
okay.
definitely go check that out. And um, if it doesn't feel visible to you, let me know and I'll change it up inside the membership.
Okay.
I want to make sure people fill it out.
Yeah, I'll check for it. I might have seen it maybe on the day that I became a member, but then I
Yeah.
was so new that I was just wanting to get into the site and to
Oh
feel like what
yeah.
was there versus
Oh, that's a good
so
point. Okay, so maybe I need to set up like a 1 month reminder email, like to the new members, just like on the automation sequence. And so then, you've been in it for a little while, you've been looking around, and then this way you also have a better sense of what to ask for and how to ask for it,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
like I've been loving these 4 albums, I'd love to see more, or I'd love to see this added to them. Like all of that could be really helpful.
Hmm. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.